Hey there, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video and hopefully consider me to be your realtor. The reason why I created this video is just to give you a little bit more insight into who I am and if I'd be a good fit for you to work with. My name is Boris Davis Jr., and I'm coming to you today from the Keller Williams City View office located right here in San Antonio off of 1604 in Vance Jackson. One of the great things that I love about this office and this company is that we have a full-time staff that's here all the time to help support all the realtors like myself. We have a full-time staff that's up at the front, welcoming people as they come into the office. And we also have a great team of leadership, which makes sure that we stay compliant. They make sure that we don't forget anything in any of our transactions, which is a great thing to have somebody that can always double check your work to make sure that your clients are taken care of and to make sure that everything is being done the correct way. So one of the things that I want to mention is, maybe a reason for you to consider me to be your realtor is that I'm someone who will always answer my phone and always respond to text messages, probably a little bit more than I should. I'm connected at the hip to my cell phone 24/7, it seems like. And if you call me, I'll answer the phone. If you send me a text, I'll usually reply to it within a minute or two. And if I'm never not able to answer the phone or reply to a text message, it's probably because, I might be in a meeting with somebody else or driving or something like that. But if I have my phone and I'm there, I will respond to every message and every call. So another thing about me is I'm kind of an old school type of person. And what I mean by that is I'm somebody who believes in personal interactions, actually talking to people. I believe in having meetings in person, having sit down meetings, talking on the phone, and having in-depth conversations. And my model that I conduct business by and that I live my life by is that I always want to operate with honesty and integrity with everything that I do. I want to be fully transparent. There's nothing to hide. And I want to make sure that anybody that I work with feels comfortable with working with me and feels comfortable with whatever type of business that we're doing together. Some people may not know, but whenever you become a realtor, you actually become a fiduciary for your clients. And as a fiduciary, you have to always keep your clients' interests top of mind. Your client's best interest comes above anything else. So, me as a realtor, I act as a fiduciary for my clients and always make sure that I'm keeping their best interest top of mind. Also, as a realtor, we have a realtor's code of conduct that we conduct business by. And basically, that's just a set of guidelines that in order to call yourself a realtor, you have to operate, with integrity and making sure that you're always taking care of your clients and doing the right thing. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated from college here at University of Texas in San Antonio, UTSA, if you're not familiar with that. And I majored in information systems with a minor in finance. I've always been a techie. I've always been good with computers, but I was never a programmer. I was more of good with computers, but wanted to be involved in the business side of things. So that's why I did information systems. And then I picked up a minor in finance, which after graduating from UTSA, that's kind of where I started my career was in the financial services and banking industry, where I have over 15 years of experience working in the financial services and banking industry. Straight out of college, I became a licensed financial advisor. So just like when I became a realtor, when I became a financial advisor, I had to get licensed. So I got the licenses that I needed, my Series 7, my Series 63, when in order to call myself a financial advisor and be able to help people with things like their financial planning, their investments, stocks, mutual funds, insurance. I got my insurance license as well. So I have a lot of experience working with people and helping them with their financial planning. So I worked at a firm as an independent financial advisor for a little over 4 years. And then after that, I kind of moved over and switched over to working for some of the big banks. Some of the banks that I worked for is I worked for USAA for almost 10 years. I worked at Wells Fargo. I've worked at Chase Bank. And throughout my career, I've had different positions in the financial services industry. So I've done financial planning for the firm and for the banks. And then kind of after that, my next career move within the banks was I actually moved over into the fraud department, which was opened my eyes up to a whole different thing, supporting the bank and helping them fight fraud on the banking side. So I've been a fraud analyst. I've created rules that help prevent and detect fraud on the banking side. And then I've also done things like business risk and controls for the bank, which is more like on the compliance side, just making sure that the bank was staying, compliant with all the different regulations and business operations and things like that. So that's where a lot of my previous work experience comes from, the financial services and the banking industry. Like I mentioned before, I have over 15 years of service of experience. Then after that, I became a marketing director for a custom home builder. So someone who builds custom homes, handle their marketing, and that was actually something that I love to do because I'm passionate about marketing and advertising and social media. And it's always great when you can do something that you like to do, and that has actually carried over, into me being a realtor as well, because has a lot to do with marketing, social media, advertising, and things like that. So, I still get to do what I love to do and what I'm very passionate about. One of the greatest learning experiences that I have with real estate is when I bought my own home. That was a learning experience because I was in it. When I bought my home, I had a realtor and he was good. But looking back now, I realized that every realtor is not the same. Everyone's personality is different. The way they conduct business is different. The way they take care of their clients is different. So I learned from my experiences, and there was some things when I bought my home. There were some things that I overlooked, some things that I wasn't aware of. So I take that as a learning experience, and now I can share those same experiences with my clients, just to make sure that they don't overlook some of the things that I did, and make sure that we're taking a fully comprehensive look at any home that they are looking at purchasing. So that's, like I said before, that was a great learning experience for me. And I carry all that. So now I can help educate my clients in the process as well. What I want to do next is just talk about some of the associations that I'm a part of. And it's not to brag or anything like that, but it's just to let you know how I stay connected to the industry. I take it very seriously as far as personal development, and just staying, connected to the industry, and always learning and staying continuously learning. So some of the associations that I'm a part of is I'm a member of the San Antonio Board of Realtors, the National Association of Realtors, Texas Realtors, the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, the San Antonio Association of Real Estate Brokers, and I'm also a member of the Texas RIAs, which is the largest real estate investment association in Texas. So by being a member of all those different organizations, I meet a lot of great people. I have a lot of great connections, and that just helps me so that if I'm ever working with a client and maybe I can't help them, with a certain area of specialty, I have a whole network of people that I can refer them to or rely on or ask questions to get make sure that those clients are going to be fully taken care of. So, one of the other things that I have a lot of connections with is home service professionals, or some people call them vendors and things like that. But home services professionals that buying and selling a home is just one part of the transaction, and then you also need to take care of your home. So it's important to be connected to home services professionals that are licensed, and have everything that they need to have in order to take care of you. And when I say home services professionals, I'm referring to professionals like plumbers, electricians, HVAC guys that can help you with your heating and air conditioning, roofers, insurance professionals, inspectors, appraisers, lenders when it comes to financing. If you need, a mortgage or you need to finance your home, I have a lot of great connections there as well. Contractors, builders, home warranty providers, property tax professionals, which comes in handy, if you ever want to see about reducing your property taxes, which is something that every homeowner has to deal with. So it's always great if you have a team that specializes in that as well. And I have great connections in that area. So, just a little bit about me and kind of what I like to do in my free time or what my hobbies are. Like I mentioned before, I'm very passionate about marketing and social media and advertising. That's what I enjoy doing, and that works perfectly in the real estate industry because marketing properties um, is something that's very important when it comes to selling a home, at least. When it comes to buying a home, I also like to do a lot of research. I don't mind doing research. I kind of like doing that, running the numbers. So when it comes to people, buying a home or looking for services, I actually enjoy doing the research to help them find not only the most affordable price, but also finding the best quality for that price. Because as you'll learn with real estate, it's not always about the price. You got to think about quality as well and finding that balance. So that's what I like doing, and that's what I can help all my clients do. So, with all that being said, I'd love the opportunity to work with you, whether you're looking to buy a home, whether you're looking to sell a home, or even if you're looking to custom build the dream home that you've always been dreaming of. I have a lot of great connections, and I can help you in all those different areas. So if you would like to schedule a time to speak with me, learn more, all you have to do is just simply give me a call. You can reach me on my cell phone. My number is area code 210-875-1359. I'd be happy to talk with you and schedule a time for us to meet, here at the office, and we can sit down and talk about what your goals are and see, if we'd be a good fit for each other and see how we can work together. You can also visit my website at borisdavisjr.kw.com. You can learn more about me and some of the other resources that I have online that you can go and take a look at, before you call me if you'd like. And so you can visit the website. And then also, if you're on LinkedIn, if you use LinkedIn, I'm on there as well. You can just look me up, Boris Davis, and connect with me on LinkedIn. And I'd be happy to connect with you there online as well. So with all that being said, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you got a chance to learn a little bit more about me, and hopefully you feel a little bit more confident and about taking the next step and giving me a call to see if we can schedule a time to meet and meet in person and have a meeting so I can help you with your real estate needs. So thanks again. Take care, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.